Hey, Mark, can you hear me? Hold on a second. All right, can you hear me, Mark, or no? Okay, you can hear me. I can't hear you yet, but I'm going to introduce you in a few minutes, all right? All right, cool. Hi, everybody. Good morning. It's me, Scott, and we're going to talk a little bit about the weather we got going on, not today, but into tomorrow. We had a little weekend cold. It's been consistently cold lately. Wait for some people to pop on, and feel free to put your comments there if you have questions. None of it's going to be a big deal. I want to make that clear. You know, with snow around here, we're used to it, but not this year so much. Very loud, says Ken. I'm very loud? Well, I'll move my mic away. How about that? Tell me how loud I am. I have a really great microphone, so maybe I'm too loud. Or maybe I'm a big mouth, right, Mark? Mark McLean's here. Let's bring him in.
Hey,
how are you?
Morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. I think everybody can hear you.
All right.
So we brought in the weather brain, Mark McLean. That's your new nickname, by the way. The weather brain, Mark McLean. You like that?
That's pretty cool.
That should be your Twitter handle. Get rid of Weather Garden Guy and go Weather Brain Mark McLean.
Oh, jeez. The last thing I need to be is an expert on anything. You could ask my wife that.
Well, listen, when it comes to the home life, that's obvious. I'm talking about the professional life.
Okay. All right.
Can you read comments okay?
Let's see. Let me turn off private chat and we'll go to comments. Yeah. All right. Geneseo's in the house.
We got someone that said they already have.
Springwater has 12 inches on the ground, Scott.
I just highlighted that one. That's crazy. If you click on them, you could highlight them if you want to highlight a comment too.
You know what was interesting was that Friday night into Saturday snow that we had, the elevations wrung it out a little bit more south of Rochester. So I was looking at all the numbers that came in Saturday morning, and Honeoye, there was a spotter report down in Honeoye that was like 12 inches, and must be around Springwater too.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that it seems like an anomaly. But then when you think about it, with some of the elevations down there, it's not hard to imagine that actually happened.
It's funny. I just saw a comment about somebody talking about what another channel put out for snow. We're not going to get into the channel contest for tomorrow. Listen, I don't care what anybody puts out on just another number. We go with what we think.
Yeah.
And this one's interesting because I'll show the synoptic setup in a minute, Mark.
Yeah.
We could talk about why this won't be a big storm coming up.
Right.
A couple things at play. We have, a storm that's weakening. We'll show you that. But first of all, let's let you know what's going on. So a weather advisory area-wide, every county you see there in that purplish color. This is for Tuesday night. And it does look like mix is going to come into play, especially southern Genesee Valley, that area. So generally, I like 2 to 4. I don't know what you're thinking. Maybe up to 4 or 5 inches in spots. But nothing major.
And if you group it in with Wednesday too, there's going to be it's like a lingering bad cold, the lake effect on the backside of a weak low, it dribs and drabs, you get another inch or two, and all of a sudden it's a 2 to 4 turns into a 3 to 6 over 2 days. But
right. But again, that's the thing I want to make clear, that this thing I'm talking about snow only till tomorrow night. And maybe that person saw something through Wednesday, but regardless, it doesn't matter. It's just going to be a general, a general snowy day tomorrow. Beginning pretty early too. Yeah,
for sure.
Look at the visible, man. It's rare. We got some sunshine south of Rochester. A lot of clear sky right now into the Finger Lakes. Looking really pretty out there this morning.
It was a pretty sunrise out there this morning.
You look like you're on the edge of the cloud line right now.
Just about. Yeah, we were mostly cloudy to overcast today, and not a lot of sun over here. But south of Rochester, it was a sunny start. I was seeing some spotter reports, Italy Hill and our friends down in Penn Yan.
Did they fall down to like 4 or 5 degrees?
Yeah.
6?
Yeah. The coldest morning that we've had.
Sarah
so
Bates
far this
marks.
season.
Sarah Bates wants 6 to 12 inches of snow coming from this one.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
For this one, that's a lot to ask. Yep.
But it's going to be cold. Let's show them. Let's show them where the storm is, pal. So I'll let you explain what's going on synoptically. I kind of drew a crude look at the storm. It's at its strongest point right about now, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and after it starts occluding, and that's that little purple line that we never talk about in television weather forecasting.
Exactly.
Leave the science lesson out of it. But the basically, when you start to see that, the warmth and the moisture stop reaching the center of the storm system. It starts to quote cut off or lose its energy. So It's actually running into a cold front that's in place, the remnants of a cold front near Chicago. So a lot of this moisture is going to get squeezed out. Right over Kansas, parts of Missouri there, parts of northern Illinois before it reaches western New York. Now, as it comes in, there's the surface low, and there's also the low pressure area as it extends up to about 5,000 feet high in the atmosphere.
Exactly. Right.
And that low is actually going to track very close to Rochester, which also which makes it interesting in the sense that we could get a little snow pellets. You could get a little bit of a slight mix, a wintry mix, we'd call it. For areas especially south of Rochester, so that could limit the potential a little bit more as that low tracks towards us to the south. So it's something interesting to follow. But I think if you're north of Rochester, and especially as this storm starts to wrap around Tuesday night into Wednesday, north and northwest of the city, you probably have a little bit better potential of seeing those, 2 to 4, 3 to 5s probably.
Yeah. One thing I always go, my forecast axiom has always been with 850 lows. If you have an 850 low near or on top of you, you're not going to get a big storm for snow. You don't get a big snowstorm. Too much warm air works in. It's just not going to happen. So, and you're right about everything you said. The storm is weakening. And when you have a low, what we call vertically stacked, the surface low is the same spot where the 850 is. Then, in the 700 millibar low, way up, you're not going to be on the heavy producing precipitation side of it, which is northwest, north of the low. So we might be into that for a while in the morning, but I don't think we're going to get a lot of snow.
No, for a snow season where we've had such a limited amount of snow,
24 inches.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to talk about. The last thing we want is the same weather all the time. We like to see changes in the weather. It just makes it more fun to talk about for everybody.
Now, Lisa just said something ridiculous. Lisa, come on. You're the odd man out who wants school closing, Storm. School's closed every day for everybody.
And take a look at what we're doing right now. Will school ever be closed again?
Oh, my God.
Right?
Well, what are you guys doing? What's that Spencer Port? Are you back to all week or?
We're doing 2 days right now. So today and Thursday, the kiddos are there. And then Wednesday is like full Zoom day still. And then Tuesday, Friday is at home stuff.
Amber wants a big snowstorm. She wants a 1-foot+ snowstorm. She wonders if she thinks, and I do think this, Mark, we had a winter like this a few years ago. There's going to be one big storm this winter.
Oh, sure.
There's definitely going to be one.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And February, climatologically, February is your month if you want a big kick-ass snowstorm.
Yeah. Yeah. And, the GFS model, which on television broadcast is sometimes called the American model. It does show a its infamous 10-day snow event. It's there.
Oh yeah, well please, dude, come on, come down with the GFS February storm, all right?
We can't talk about
like one of the commenters on Facebook. I can't have that. I can't have that on my stream. Come on.
We can't talk about that.
No, there's no 10 day. That's all BS. That happens every time.
Every time.
Here's tomorrow morning, and this is interesting. It looks like there's a little bit of maybe some heavier or more moderate snow for a couple hours. But this is what I wanted to talk about. Going into Tuesday, late day evening, you could see that we have a little bit of mix starting to pop in down to the south.
Yep.
And here's future snow. This is one of the models we use amongst many.
Yeah.
I have, the IBM one, by the way.
Is that what it's up?
The IBM's doubling these amounts. I don't believe it.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't see how it happens.
I don't think there's enough moisture there to do that.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, 2 to 4, maybe 3 to 5.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
It seems that looks like a pretty good number for Rochester right there. The ponds are frozen now. And
this is the fusion mix. You see that?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of mixing coming in, but nothing major.
Yeah, a little sleet, a little freezing rain.
Let's see here. Millie woke up to her pipes frozen with no water.
No!
That's not good. Where are you, Millie?
Oh.
Where does she live with that happening?
Well, it got to be south. for that kind of cold.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Thomas Cousins wants a hashtag KASS, kick ass snowstorm. That's what Thomas wants.
A cast storm.
A Cass. I like Cass. We got two things, McLean. We got Mark McLean, the weather brain, and we got Cass.
That's crazy. Hey, but you know what? The cold weather lovers, Scott, the cold weather lovers are going to love this forecast for the end of the week.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, let me pop that on. I have the 7-day right here for them.
You know what's interesting is that Saturday, the numbers backed off. The 12Z on Saturday was bringing us back into the 20s, the 30s towards the end of the week. And then Sunday, when I was back in on Sunday afternoon, I'm looking at some of the numbers and I felt like I was on a different planet. The numbers came down like 20 degrees for the end of the week on Sunday.
That was a big change. And it was a big change for late this week, too, compared to when I was forecasting Friday night.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
big change.
But I don't think that's going to last much longer than the first few days of February.
No, probably not.
All right. So that's the latest one we got up. And I don't know what we're going to do with Sunday yet. Haven't updated that, but we'll see.
So the coldest day that we've had so far in this whole winter, which is hard to imagine, is only 13 degrees for a low.
So Melanie says, doesn't look like any snow. No, of course it does. Melanie, you're probably going to get 3 or 4 inches.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, Melanie, you're okay. You're going to be all right.
You're in the snow zone.
You can take that cute little kid that you're kissing in that profile pic and get him out sledding.
Yeah, burn that energy off.
Huh. Now, the weather, Mark, too, has been consistently cold enough for that comment.
Yeah.
Doing a little ice fishing.
Oh, you know what? I think I heard from Ron last week, maybe. Somebody on social media said they needed 4 or 5 nights in a row down in the low to mid-teens to lock it up enough so that everyone could get out there. And it looks like we're there. Yeah.
And it's been consistent the last couple of days, and this week will only help it even more. It's good to get some winter in the winter, you know?
Oh, you have to. And you know what? It's huge for the gardeners out there and for pest control. You know, a lot of the bugs, you need to have 2, 3, 4 nights sub-zero to kill off a lot of the pests that, eat our trees and our plants in the summertime. You got to get some of those invasive species out of Western New York, and the cold air does it. That's how some of our native plants survive up here.
If I
biting cold
start
nights.
seeing those stupid stink bugs in February and March, I'm going to start freaking out. I don't want to wait. I want to wait till like May to see those things.
Yeah, crazy.
All right, Kelly Shaw's got an important question. I am on the road from Seabreeze to Churchville from 6:30 to 7. I read that the snow won't start until 8. Is this correct?
Yeah, but
that's tough to say.
Yeah, one thing that's notorious, and it's not all the models that we use, but some of them are about, I would say, roughly an hour, give or take, plus or minus, a little slow. There's always a tendency that the model date is a little slow bringing it in. So,
right.
If
so I wouldn't say it's a slam dunk that you're going to be dry at 8.
Yeah.
I would just plan for all day snow tomorrow.
I mean, but it won't be a slalom either. I mean, it's not like it's not going to be a white knuckle ride where, you've got your hands clenched 10 and 2 on the steering wheel either.
You got your hazards on going 25, freaking out.
Yeah.
It won't be that.
No.
It won't be that for sure. What will Geneva, New York, says Chuck Enos, get? Geneva's they're in an interesting position with this storm because they might be in a little bit warmer air, but they might also get a little more moisture. So I still think maybe 3 or 4 for them. Looks pretty good.
Yeah. Yep. And, and then you start getting into the nickel and dime stuff after that, Wednesday. And then, as that Arctic front comes through Thursday, all of a sudden you get another inch or 2 here. Friday, you get another inch or 2 there. And, all of a sudden at the end of the week, we got 6, 7, 8 inches of fresh snow from the entire week, which, again, is no big deal for Western New York. But, you start adding it up.
Yeah. But that's, again, I always want to say to people that are watching us, this is a forecast only through tomorrow night. Yes. So don't look at this like, Hetzko said that, and the weather brain said 3 or 4 inches, then we got 6 by Wednesday night. That's got nothing to do with it. 2 to 4 through midnight tomorrow.
Just from what we would call the synoptic storm, just from the system itself. Yeah.
Leah Parada says she hiked at Hemlock Lake at 13 degrees. She loved it last night.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's a brave woman.
It's got to have ice on it by now, right? I know I saw pictures of Canisius yesterday. It looked like it was icing over pretty good.
You think that Ginny
imagine.
Ryan, who lives down in that area, would get a nice picture for us.
Nice.
I'm going to have to text her.
Is she on right now?
Got a lake eye view.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and text her right now.
Let's see if she can send a pic. That'd be great.
Ryan, send me a pic. That might sound weird.
I can't get my computer to load up here. I don't know what's happening.
Of what?
My Max. I was trying to get it to load up. I'm on it. I'm looking at it, but I can't control anything.
Oh, that's weird. Maybe it's because you're on the finger.
It could be. I wonder.
Matt's not here. This is a serious weather show day. That's not a typical Matt and Scott day. There's all sorts of in your windows.
Fun too. But
yeah, Mark the weather brain doesn't go down to the basement like we do.
Yeah. Although I enjoy the heck out of it. I love watching the show.
It's a fun show. I'm asking her how much ice we have down there.
Did we get an ice report?
Waiting now. I'm typing it in. I might be able to do it for a pick. We'll see what happens later on in the show.
Yeah.
Tina's wondering, where's our Matt? Tina, Matt will be back tomorrow. He's taking some days off. He worked the holidays, and he crybabied about not having a day off in a month. So he's taking a day off. Because he's a crybaby. I mean, you know that, right, Mark?
Oh, yeah. He's a real complainer.
All the time. You can't stop the guy. There's David Ray's comment. Thanks, Dave. Look at that comment.
Where did he say? Oh, yeah.
Nothing.
Profound wisdom.
Mark is respectable. LOL, says Norma.
Sometimes.
You don't know Mark that well. All right. So there's one more look at this storm. Okay.
Yeah.
And here's a look at future weather. And we'll show when the onset of this precip. And here's the thing. Here we are at 6:32. So, is it here by 7, 8 o'clock? Probably, because it looks like it's going to stream in. And also, when you get a lot of warm air trying to run over cold, you tend to get an onset of precipitation earlier, too. And that might be our setup tomorrow. Some of this will be, to get geeky, isotropically lifted precip. Warmer air coming in over colder initially, which is why we might get some mix, too. So
yeah, I agree. That especially south. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, this will be an interesting system. I would not. Now, I will say I would not be shocked if someone gets a half a foot of snow out of it. I won't be shocked if I see that.
Anything can happen, but this storm track, historically speaking, can be an underproducer if we start mixing.
Yeah, and also if we get the storm center over us, we definitely underproduce.
Yeah.
If that low stayed over like Oil City and like went directly east across PA, then I would love a half foot of snow. But
for sure,
coming right over us, I don't think so. Norma says we are Matt's vacation. That's right, Norma, you are.
So, did he squeeze out of town, or is?
I think he went somewhere west. It sounds like Buffalo.
Oh, okay, so he did get out. Good for him.
He went to the Buffalo bars and watched the Bills get beat.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
That was, I just feel bad for the fans that have waited so long. But, you got to feel good about the season, too. I mean, they're in the AFC Championship game. You know what? It's 5 years ago. Look where they were.
Totally. I mean, you wouldn't be able to convince me 4 or 5 years ago they'd get this far. They had a great season, and next year they may even get better. Yeah. They may get to the big promised land. 2 years ago, Mahomes lost in the playoffs 2 years ago, and then for the next 2 years, he's in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they just need a running back, I think. That'll fix a lot of problems they have.
Well, I mean, if you look at KC, man, they just got ridiculous speed in the running backs. That guy.
I don't want to say it out loud, but they remind me of like Tom Brady's New England of like 03, 04, 05. That
serious talent.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Tom Brady, I mean, you may hate the GOAT, but he got a team that would have been 8-8 this year, maybe without him, to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So I don't care what you think of the guy, and I don't love him either, but man, I respect him.
Yep. For sure.
Hell of a player. Should we go wine shopping? Always go wine shopping, Michelle.
Oh, how many bottles, Scott? Is this like a 1 and a half?
1 to 2. This is 1 to 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's how that works, Mark. My ratio. Okay. It's not like the Kuchera method for the snow. but
Okay.
it's similar. So for every 2 to 3 inches, it's a bottle of wine.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's
so
good.
1 to 2 is like 2 to 5, 3 to 6, snow.
And you can burn those calories off by going outside shoveling, right?
That's right. That's exactly right. Carla, we're going to leave it with Carla. Only 54 days until spring arrives.
Oh, thank you for doing that math. That makes me feel good, actually.
It's also really good to see driving home. We were ice skating yesterday and driving home, seeing the sun, or not the sun, but at least bright overcast at 5:15 in the afternoon yesterday, which is nice.
Yeah, we're gaining like 2 minutes and 8 seconds a day now.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Perfect.
It gets nothing but brighter from here, man.
That's it.
All right, people. Nice crowd today. Thank you, Mark, for being Mark.
Yeah.
You're a good
Awesome
man, Charlie
time.
Brown.
Thank you for having me on.
Yep, and we'll have our big shows tonight, and we'll have the live show with Maddie tomorrow. Maybe we'll bring McLean on and just pick on him all morning tomorrow.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, we'd love to have
I'll
you
be
on.
here.
We always need a guest.
Let's see if I can sneak outside. Maybe I'll take myself. I'll give you live remotes from Spencerport tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a damn good idea. You can always link it on your phone too. I would love that. All right, buddy. Have a good day.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, you too.